Barbecue My Way. We are making a fall dish today. It's beautiful fall weather here in Indiana, about 55 degrees, sunny skies. We love it. But in the evening we want something nice and warm, so we're gonna make a chicken corn chowder. And Dave has barbecued some chicken, so it's ready to go. He did that last night. And then I'm in charge of the veggies here and getting all the prep work. So we have some shallots. They're like a kind of a cross between a garlic and an onion, and you just want to dice these up. And so we're going to dice up all our shallots. We have actually ran out of onions, so we're winging this, but I like shallot better anyway. So it's perfect. And we're just going to kind of dice those up real nicely. And we have about, what is that, maybe 5 or 6 little shallots here. So, and we'll show you the next step in just a minute. Okay, so we have the onions, actually shallots, already chopped up. 2 potatoes that we diced. We like a little bit of heat, but not a lot of heat. And so this is kind of a different take too, because not many recipes call for this, but we're just gonna add a little jalapeno, like a half a jalapeno, and I'm not including any seeds because that's where most of the heat is. So you just wanna dice up, just for a little added heat, you wanna dice up your jalapeno. If you don't like heat at all, just omit this part.
Are you just doing a half a jalapeno then?
Yeah, just a half a jalapeno. We're not doing a lot of heat. Just
all right, we got a cast iron. It looks dirty, but it's just used. That's what happens.
Caramelized onion is at the bottom. That's you want to leave it like that. You don't want to scrub a pan like this because it's ceramic. All right, we have added to a hot pan. We added 3 slices of bacon that we cut up. The bacon is nice and brown and crispy, and you want to make sure that it is crispy. That way, you know all the fat is rendered out. And that's important because we're going to add that back, a little crunch on top of our corn chowder at the end. So you want to make sure your bacon's crispy. And then we're going to use all that nice bacon fat to saute our veggies in. So I need to turn down my heat. If your pan starts smoking out like that, you know you need to turn down your heat a little bit. So, all right, sorry, we got a little crazy with our heat there. All right, I think we're safe now. We're going to add our shallot. That smells absolutely wonderful. Shallot and bacon is a marvelous smell. What do you think, cameraman?
That smells delicious.
That's not an awesome smell. Go ahead and add our jalapeno in there as well. Translucent. They've been in the pan about probably 3 or 4 minutes right now. You're going to add the potatoes that are diced, and I'm just going to stir those around just a little bit so they're nicely coated with the onion flavor and the oil. And then we're going to add our chicken stock. You want to add about 3 cups of chicken stock, and that'll nicely deglaze your pan as well. There's some really good stuff in there at the bottom. And 1 these cartons is 4 cups, so you get your stock in a box like this, it's almost the entire box, 3/4 of the box. See how it got all those nice brown bits from the bottom. And just a little bit more clear about there. All meld together for about 20 minutes until those potatoes are tender. So I'm going to cover this up, and then after 20 minutes we'll add the rest of our ingredients.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay, so these are now for tender, these potatoes. I'm going to take out about half of them because I'm going to puree what's left in there, but I want a few to be chunky. And we have some corn that I'm adding. Like I said, you know, this is corn chowder, chicken corn chowder. So there's the corn for you. That portion we're also going to puree, and then we're going to add this part later also. The blender, we have to take it over here because that's where the electricity is. And
honey, the electricity is anywhere you are.
Ha! That was good.
Thanks.
Thanks. Okay, here we go. You just want to puree this until it's nice and creamy. This way you don't have to add fattening things like cream. Because the starch from the potato will thicken up this very nicely. And there's also starch in corn, so. Sorry, this is noisy. But you just want to do this until it's pureed.
Been kind of pureed, maybe 60%.
Kind of frothy because we just finished pureeing it. You know, if there's still a few chunks in, who cares? Because we're going to add chunks back into it. So at this point, we are going to add the potato that we had taken out, the smoked chicken that Dave smoked yesterday. He made smoked omelets for dinner last night, so that's the nice thing about smoking meat is that you can use it a couple nights in a row, make a lot of it. And then our corn that we cut straight from the cob.
You could use frozen corn too. You might want to tell people the bagged frozen corn.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're still just a bit, it's still available in the market, so we use that. And then here you are going to add the dairy. Just at this point we're adding our milk, and we use skim milk, and because it's already pretty thick, because we pureed those starches, the potatoes and corn, you can add your milk. And let me up
It's about
this
a
heat
cup
a little
and a
bit.
half, 2 cups, cup and a half.
Yeah, we're going to add about, as you can tell, we're very precise about it. I'd say about 2 cups. You just want to eyeball it. Might be a little less. What do you think, Dave?
Looks good.
Looks good, yeah. Just a tad more.
So now bring it up to warm and we'll be ready
And we
to
are,
serve.
well, actually we need to add a little bit of spice, so we're
Oh, I'm
going to
sorry.
add some pepper.
Ooh, peppy-apple.
We also are going to add a little thyme, and I don't know how this happened, but we ended up with ground thyme, which we normally don't buy, but hey, like I said, use what you have. So I'm going to add a little ground thyme. I prefer,
Do you think it needs any salt or probably not? With
I'm
the
going to
chicken
test it because of the chicken broth. We actually use chicken stock, which is less salty, so it probably will need some, but I haven't tested it yet. So we'll test that and see if we need salt, but I'm guessing we will need some.
broth? All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, we have the bacon that we rendered, minus about 10 pieces because my son came in and maybe helped himself to a few. Just stir that in, and then you want to make sure that's kind of warmed through. But I have to tell you, I took a little taste to see how the salt was. It doesn't need a lot of salt, just about a teaspoon, but it is delicious. Just the perfect amount of spice to it, so that half a jalapeno really adds a nice little touch. Okay, so just put a couple of scoops in there, and we're gonna put a little nice parsley on top, fresh parsley, and you are set. Some nice crusty bread, and voila,
Thanks, Liz.
chicken corn chowder.
Say goodbye.
See you later. Enjoy.